Martin, do you like the communications in this race? You like to have the radio?
Yeah, it's okay. As long as it works okay all the race, it's fine, yeah.
And as long as the guys don't talk to you while you're braking for turn one?
Yeah, for sure. There's some points that it's better not to talk, but there's plenty of time here to talk, so it's very good.
How long do you think you'll do your first stint? How long do you think it'll be?
I don't know, around 19th laps or 20, I don't know. We'll see.
The rolling start, what do you think about the rolling start?
It's my second time because last year I started this race also, and it worked fine, so it's okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
How was the first stint on the bike?
It wasn't so bad. With this thing, you know, it's so sensitive to, you know, how heavy the rider is. It makes life a little more difficult for me, but it was easy, you know. I mean, Martin, you know, put us up there from the start, and I think I had a caution there, and they pitted me at the end of the caution, and then we went out. And, you know, they gave me a lap time target, and we were right there in that range. And so I pitted from the lead, so you can't argue with that. And, you know, Corey's out there doing some good laps, and we just changed another rear right now. And hopefully we'll get the roadracingworld.com Suzuki up on the podium today.
Suspension, is it like just the chassis? It's really a street bike. It was never a race replica bike, and so you're working with that kind of a chassis.
Well, they gave us upside down, so now we have a GSXR 1000 front end on it. So before, I'd say the bike had variable geometry and really bad brakes. So, I mean, we'd come into turn one here, and the front end would just come back to the radiator, you know, it'd be flexing so bad. So, yeah, this is a lot better, you know, way more stable, a little bit better. So, it just, I don't think we're not quite, the setting's not quite up to the big boy spec. So I'm on the bottom a lot, and the rear squatting a little bit too much for me. So that's kind of limited my lap time a little bit. But yeah, you know, I just got to make sure these guys get a nice rest and then go back out and haul ass.
Yeah, I've always wondered about that with such a wide range, a weight range. You got to find some sort of happy medium for everybody.
Well, they set it up a little bit more on the stiff side, but for me, and those guys are pretty good about it, because, I mean, this is Daytona, dude. You're on the throttle for 3/4 of a lap.
Yeah, there's 3 turns, and then there's wide open throttle.
Yeah, so they're nice and light. Next year, they're going to tell me I can't eat for a month before the race. So,
good luck.
Thank you.
We noticed you were in quite a battle out there for a while with the #1 guys with the #1 plate, and it seemed like you were constantly passing him going into turn 1, and then you would come back around, and then you would pass him going into turn 1.
Yeah, it was Michael Himmelsbach who's on the bike, and we kind of got together yesterday in practice, and it's kind of what we started doing. And we talked to each other after the session was over, and we were like, you know, if we get out there on the track together, let's not fight. Let's just draft each other and see if we can get away from 3rd place. And then, you know, if it comes down to the last 15 laps and we're still in that same position, race on.
Right.
But we worked together, and, you know, I don't think he felt very strong on the brakes or in the infield. And he could pass me and pull me around. So we kind of worked together even though we're on different teams. But, you know, I think we're doing pretty good right now. And Martin's holding in really good. Chris is doing really well. So hopefully bring this roadracingworld.com Suzuki to the #1 spot.
Are you on sort of the same pit timing or something, or is it become down to that, like, oh, who's going to pit last?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I think we're getting more laps out of a tank of fuel than they are, and I think we're a little easier on the tires than they are. So we're just going to have to wait until it gets down to the last hour to really tell, but I think we're close to a lap up now. So if we can just keep that cushion, we'll be fine.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Martin, you did the first couple of stints on the bike there. You went through like 100 tanks of gas, but how was it?
Oh, it was okay. The bike is working very good. It was very long. I did like 50 laps. I did like 2 stints and a half maybe. And no, so far everything's working great.
What's it like to ride this compared to your 600? Your 600's an inline 4. It's pretty peaky. This is really a street bike. It never was made to be a race bike.
Yeah, it's very different. The handling of the bike is much better than 600. This one is very heavy, and it doesn't turn quickly. And I don't know, the engine is very different because it's a between and it's 1000, so it has a lot of power on the low revs. But it's, for this category, it's okay.
Will you be on the bike again today?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. I'll be. I think. Yeah, I think I have one stint or 2 more maybe to go. We'll see.
So will it be dark? Because you're the first guy on the bike, so you might not ride in the dark, huh?
Yeah, but it looks like it's gonna be dark soon today, and yeah, I think I rode yesterday a few laps in the dark, and it was cool.
It might be the Daytona 200 in the lights next year, and so you got a lot more experience than a lot of people.
Yeah, it's good to ride here because we're riding, like you said, the 200 and then at night. So yeah, it's different track, but it had some parts that are the same. So yeah, it's good experience.
If you can't really see so good at night, do you remember from the daytime where you needed to brake?
Yeah, but the lights are very good. The only part that it's a little bit dark, it's in the back chicane going in. And yeah, you remember the markers, but it's a little bit scary to go in and you don't see the track clear. So you go a little bit, I think, a little bit less fast.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Keith, we're under a red flag here, so you can only sit here and stare at the bike on the tire warmers.
Yeah, and luckily that's fine this time. The bike is in great shape. We had just put some tires and fuel in it right before that red flag during the caution period, and we're ready to finish it off, hopefully.
We saw one of your crew kind of checking it over, not touching it because you can't touch it, but he was looking just to ensure.
Sure, I mean, we're looking at everything. I mean, just to know, but everything looks fine.
Can you make a rider change now, or does the same rider have to go back out on the bike?
You could make a rider change, but we intended to put Martin back on. He had just gotten on for the first time right during that caution period, so he's only made a lap.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Put 'em up, man. Touch the sky, pulling up, man. We just arrived, what's up, fam? And we jump inside, it's all us, so us tonight. Put 'em up, man. Touch the sky, pulling up, man. We just arrived, what's up, fam?
2 times in a row! Yeah!
Touch the sky, pulling up, man. We just arrived.